Hi, I'm Paul Walia, and I'm a product manager at Equinix. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to system alert settings and setting up notifications for those system alerts for the IBX SmartView release 2020.1. So system alerts is a new naming convention for IBX SmartView system-generated asset alarms. System alert settings is a new page that gives users the definition of each system alert, the ability to filter and sort the system alerts, and the ability to configure a real-time notification when a system alert is triggered. Now let me walk you through how to navigate to the system alert settings page. Here you can see this is the IBX SmartView homepage. We have a system alerts tab here. So you go ahead and select that, and it loads the system alerts activity page. These are all the currently triggered system alerts. And as you can see here, there's a new settings tab. So go ahead and click the settings tab. And this will load the system alert settings page. Here we have all of the system alerts with all of the tag points where a system alerts can trigger. This is a SmartData Grid, and we call it the SmartData Grid because it allows for filtering, sorting. There's also the ability to change the width of columns. There's also the ability to shift columns around or enable or disable them. And so as an example, I'll go ahead and move the notifications column higher up because I want to see that closer to the front of the screen. And I'll hit apply. And here's the notifications column. You can also filter. Say I want to filter for mechanical assets. You can do that here as well. And there's also the ability to clear your filters. So any filter that you apply, you'll see filter tag here. It'll have the count of distinct values filtered. So here, since I've selected one, it's under category, so it's filtered for one. I can also clear that tag by go ahead and closing it. There's also a column for asset type. So these are all the different asset types that have system alerts configured for them. I can select a particular asset type and apply it. And so this SmartData Grid really allows you to filter down and look for the specific system alerts that you're interested in. And so the first use case that I'm going to go through is how do I add my recipients and set up my notifications to start receiving notifications for my system alerts. Here we have checkbox column where you can individually select particular system alerts, or you can bulk select by selecting all of the system alerts. Now here we have a bulk action icon. When you click it, you have a menu. Under this menu, there's add recipients, remove recipients, turn on notifications, and turn off notifications. We're going to start with adding recipients. And I'll go ahead and click that. This is the add recipients modal, and I'll go ahead and enter some information here. So for this recipient, I'm going to set this recipient up to receive an email. And I have multiple recipients I want to add. So you can use the Add to Recipients queue button, and it adds that particular recipient to the queue. I have not completed my workflow yet. I still have additional recipients to add. And for this recipient, I'm going to also add SMS and voice notification. I'll go ahead and add this recipient to the queue. You can add multiple recipients here, but I'm going to add two for this particular demonstration. And here I'll go ahead and add my two recipients. Now you can go ahead and check here in the recipients column. You can see that two recipients have been added. If I go ahead and open up the filter, it has my two recipients. If you go here to the notifications, you can notice that all the notifications are on now. So once you add recipients, by default, the notifications are on. When a particular system alert triggers, I have an example of what an email notification looks like. It has the IBX. It indicates whether the asset was in maintenance but at the time of trigger. It has the category, has the asset number, the tag point, and then the actual value or state and the current reading. It also has the date and time of occurrence, which is in GMT time. Now I'm going to go through another use case where, for example, say a particular employee or recipient has left the company that I work in, and I want to go ahead and remove that recipient from all of my system alerts. So one way you can do it is to filter for a particular number of system alerts if, for example, that recipient is only associated to some alerts. In this example, this recipient is associated to all of my system alerts, so I'm going to go ahead and select all. And I can go to the Remove Recipients modal, which appears here. And I can pick that particular recipient and go ahead and remove them. Once the process has completed, I can go back and check my recipients is now column is indicating that I have one recipient for all of my system alerts. I can go ahead and scroll down just to show you further system alerts. What I can also do is if there's any reason where I've added some recipients and then I want to pause the notifications for a period of time. So what I can do is I can go ahead and select the system alerts that I want to pause. I can go ahead and select turn off notifications and it'll process. So once it's completed, now you can notice here my notifications are in the off setting while I still have my recipients still associated. And at some later point in time, if I want to go ahead and turn them on again, I can do so by bulk selecting all of my system alerts, and I can quickly turn them on. Here's a message to indicate that system alerts will turn on if you've already added recipients, which I have. I don't need to see this message again, so I'm going to select Do Not Show Again. Okay, now my notifications have been turned on, and this is how you add recipients, remove recipients, turn on and turn off notifications. You also have the ability to go back to the current classic IBX SmartView activity page by using the sidebar. So I can go ahead and select activity. And now I land on the page that has all of my active system alerts. I now conclude my demo for system alerts. Thank you so much.